Alright, we're back for round two, and our opponent has mulliganed on the play, and our hand is dangerous, but I'm going to keep it. We have two scries, so we can hopefully figure out what he's playing on turn one. So probably some sort of Abzan. The Lightning Strike might be useless, but if he does Thoughtseize us, we do have two copies of Treasure Cruise, so we get to lean on that, which is nice. Mana Strider's pretty good here. Stratus Dancer, not so bad. I might just lean towards casting it on turn two. Mostly just depends on what he does, to be completely honest. If he just goes tap, play, and go. Ooh, Warden of the First Tree. Alright, well, our Lightning Strike is going to be pretty good then. I'm going to go ahead and main phase it. I do wish now that I had not kept the Stratus Dancer, since he's the aggro version. We're going to go ahead and blow this guy up, since we don't want to lose to Abzan Charm. Or I guess Abzan Charm wouldn't do it, but Dramoka's command would be pretty good there. Prevent the damage, put a counter. Plus, we would just take a free roll damage, more than likely, so. Alright, I think we don't want to play into an Abzan Charm, so I think we're actually going to play Stratus Dancer face down. Now, next turn, if he plays Rhino or something, we just Mana Strider hit him, and then he has to take a turn off casting a creature to kill it. Plus, if he has Downfall, he probably just has to burn it on this right now. But yeah, he just gains some life. Or sorry, loses some life and draws some cards. Helps him undo his mulligan. We would be in a little trouble here if he casts something like Sirach, Siege Rhino. Some 4-drop is probably bad. Death Dealer's okay. A lot of times they play Scared with Death Dealer. Don't really want another land, especially one that we get with Flooded Strand. And the race is on. Now, he could potentially just pump it and hit us for 6, but then, you know, he's spending all of his mana each turn to do that, and his guy will die to any removal spell off the top. This not Valor stance. So we'll take that. And hopefully we get to untap with Mana Strider and flipping up the Stratus Dancer. That would be sweet. Wingmate Rock. Oh no. That would be real bad. No! Don't do that. Why would you do that? That's so bad for us. Alright, well, we didn't have to crack the fetch there, but I think we just want to go ahead and Lightning Strike the Death Dealer while he's tapped out and play Mana Strider. And there is a potential to double block, but I think I'd rather wait until I have the ability to flip up the Stratus Dancer. This looks like another matchup where we're just going to board in a bunch of removal, board out a bunch of our creatures, and just try to get them with mastery, I guess. Not sure if I can afford to take this hit without doing some sort of blocking on defense, but I think I have to, and just hope that he doesn't have a good follow-up. Next turn we get to double block and then counter Abzan Charm or Dramoka's Command or Hero's Downfall. Warden's pretty decent here. It can go ultimate in a hurry. Alright, so we'll go ahead and cast Treasure Cruise, try to draw something good. Guess I'll play Chivalry first and use that colorless mana there. Okay, well, we'll actually be in pretty good shape next turn, I think. We're going to double block. And then use Stratus Dancer. And hope that that gets him. Well, we might actually not do that. Let me think for a second. Sorry, I have a kitty in my lap. Come on, buddy. Trying to do some work. But next turn we can actually go Soulfire Grandmaster, Roast and Lightning Strike and just gain a ton of life. So he can make his guy lifelink, and we can kill it in response. Ew. Alright. This is pretty bad, not gonna lie. So we don't really want to use Lightning Strike right now. I think we actually just want to go double block here, single block. No, we don't. We can actually afford to take this maybe. Well, the roast is not going to do anything if I let... Yeah, I think I just have to do that. And he gets to kill one. We go to 1. If he Dromoka's commands, we could have just like Lightning Striked in response, I guess, to kill the Warden. But we don't mind going to 1. He goes to 1,000,000. We get to Soulfire, roast this, gain enough life to survive for a turn. That was a good draw as well, but we have to get out of dying range, and we get to kill Soren and still have access to Stratus Dancer. So, alright, so we're at 6, gonna go down to 3. We get to kill Soren. We have active Soulfire plus Lightning Strike. We get to cast Ojutai maybe. Might be worth blocking, but probably not. If he plays Siege Rhino, we can just Lightning Strike and gain 3. It's not great, but it's better than nothing. It's better than dying. Alright, nothing? Okay. Alright, I don't mind just jamming here. I kind of want to hold up... well, we can activate Soulfire and Lightning Strike. I guess I'd rather just play Ojutai. I think that's a little safer. He can't kill it, and if he has Absent Charm or something, it just trades. So that's fine. We're at 5, so we're not dead to a Siege Rhino or anything like that. It makes us so our Stratus Dancer can't get flipped up, but I think I'm okay just trading Ojutai plus Spell for Bird. Oh man, I should have blocked with the Mana Strider. That was real dumb. Just forgot I got 6 toughness. Alright, well he's gonna get to Abzan Charm, pump. I guess if it's Dromoka's command, we're okay. But yeah, that was real stupid. Alright, well he's at 19. Alright, I'm actually going to go double Lightning Strike on his Bird. I guess maybe he's dead if he attacks. We just take it, go to 2, double Lightning Strike him. Play another Soulfire. Yeah, sure. Alright, yeah, and if he goes Abzan Charm, we can just counter it. If he goes Rhino, we just go Lightning Strike, killing it so that our ground guys can get through. And he may just not do anything. And if he doesn't do anything, we'll just untap, double Lightning Strike the Bird. With Stratus Dancer ability on backup. Yeah, so if he plays Rhino, we'll hit it for 6, gain 6. Okay, so we attack for 1,000,000 and he's just dead. Alright. Unless he has double spell to stop it. Alright. Yeah, so we will play this, and then that plus Stratus Dancer and the other strike in hand should be enough to get him no matter what he's got. I didn't realize he was actually going to 3, so... might have Dramoka's command trying to prevent and fight something, but we can counter that and then regain priority. So counter Dramoka's command. Yep. Alright, cool. Whew, that was a tight game. So another roast is good in this matchup. Valor Stance is great. Anger is not phenomenal. Might not even be good. Probably not good enough. Wild Slash can definitely get the axe though and get that guy out of there. Another Elspeth is probably okay. Oshitai's command, things like that all seem fine. Lightning Strike seems like it's good enough. Stress Dancer is probably not good enough. I kind of hope that he boards into a much slower deck with a whole bunch of removal and Elspeths and junk. A lot of them seem to be doing that lately. Mana Strider seems like it's okay. But I kind of want to just be like just try to do the whole Mastery of the Unseen thing like we did earlier. I think Soulfire Grandmaster is important to keep in just because it can gain us a lot of life. But I think we can win pretty easily with Mastery, Ojutai, and Elspeth, so much so that we don't actually need Mana Strider. So. Alright, so game 2, we're on the draw, but our hand only has one land, so we'll pitch it. This hand is still not great, but we have 2 Scry lands, so hopefully it'll be good enough. And I think I'm going to lead with Triumph just so I have the option to Soulfire or Lightning Strike on turn 2. Or I guess potentially Mastery if I draw that. Alright, well we'll keep it and see how it is. It might be too slow on the draw, but something like Mana Strider I don't think would even be that good anyway. It doesn't race things like Anafinza all that well. I think I'm going to play Soulfire here over the Mastery. That way I can hopefully kill whatever he plays and then start attacking and gaining some life. And if he doesn't play anything or play something that doesn't die to it, we'll just play Mastery of the Unseen. Play Scryland, try to draw into a removal spell. Okay, well, probably Abzan Charm. Ojutai is pretty sweet. Yeah, downfall here would be a little annoying, but wouldn't be so bad, I don't think. Don't really want another land. Really just want a Roast or a Valor Stance or something else to feel safe. Dramoka's command could be annoying with Mastery, and that might be one reason not to have it in our deck, since command is pretty sweet against Jeskai decks in general, because their creatures are usually rather small and their enchantments are important. Their enchantments aren't like, we don't normally have enchantments, but you can counter burn spells, things like that. So Dramoka's command has value against Jeskai in general, and giving it more value with Mastery might be bad. Like right now, if he just goes Fleecemane Lion and then Dramoka's command to fight Soulfire and kill this, then that would probably be game over. Alright, Rhinodopolis. Roast Valor Stance, please. Another Soulfire, not great. Roast Valor Stance, Ojutai's command. I'm gonna bottom it. We really just need any way to kill Rhino here, and the more the better, honestly. Command would be good if we had, you know, a good onboard presence, but the Soulfires aren't really doing the job against Rhino. I guess he can't really afford to attack with Rhino because I can just attack and gain 4 back. So there's some merit to that. I really hope he just goes like Death Dealer Pass. I hope he just doesn't even attack. Alright, that's fine. If he plays Death Dealer, we get to attack with both guys, and if he pumps or regenerates, we can kill it in response. If he doesn't block, or if he lets the trade happen, I'm also okay with that. So, alrighty, well, this is going to be a real sweet turn, hopefully. Yep, and like I said, we're okay making this trade. But if he pumps or regenerates, then we just kill it, and then we roast the Siege Rhino. Getting Death Dealer off the board is always a welcome happenstance. So we end up gaining 5 and then another 5 from the roast, and his board's clean. We have the Ojutai come down probably next turn, and we're at a very healthy life total with a Mastery in play on top of all that. Oh, Bioblight, that's real good. Don't play a guy. That's a pretty good guy. Now we need a way to kill that ASAP. Alright, well, so he can't put counters on it yet, so I think I'm cool just playing Ojutai here while he doesn't have a giant board presence, and threatening to just take over the game and force him to spend a lot of mana investing in his Warden of the First Tree. So if he attacks with it, he's probably got an Abzan Charm, and again, I'm happy trading, but this time it's actually going to trade, and I'm not just being a giant doofus. Alright, so he can't Abzan Charm and Protect. I guess we'll start with Lightning Strike on this to see what he does. Probably should have waited, but alright, we're not going to attack with Ojutai, we're just going to sit back on it and use Mastery. And because it's pretty likely he has a removal spell, and now we can at least wait to draw Valor Stance or something like that. And if he doesn't do anything, we just take over the game with Mastery, which is what we planned on anyway. Now we want to draw like Disdainful Stroke or something like that. Removal spell would be okay too. Alright, Disdainful Stroke's good. So now we're protected from Rhinos, Tassigers, Elspeth. Sorin would be okay, but we could overwhelm that pretty easily with our Mastery. So basically just we want 2 mana waste to interact with him now so we can make a guy and interact. Another Warden would be problematic, but air, not a big deal. He can put counters on it, which would be annoying. But and it's possible we're just losing a ton of value by not attacking with Ojutai. Like, he could just have nothing, but he has had a bunch of cards in hand most of the game, and I can only assume that they're pretty good. So I think here it's actually fine to attack with the Ojutai, because I don't really want him, like, if he has like double Abzan Charm, I really don't want him to be able to make a big Air of the Wilds and kill Ojutai. So we get one of the Abzan Charms out of his hand, or Plummet, that's fine too. And now if he wants to trade here, that's fine, but if he goes like block, Abzan Charm, then we get to get him with the Lightning Strike. Alright, so I'm going to upkeep Lightning Strike, I think, just to make sure he doesn't get a chance to draw something if he didn't already have it. I think if he had it, he probably would have blocked and put 2 counters on his guy. But yeah, now he's basically just dead, since we have Mastery going and he has no board. I've been liking Mastery of the Unseen a lot lately in these control shells. It's just such a powerful win condition in these really long attrition battles. In game 1 you get a lot of freebies with stuff like Manus Rider. People don't have a ton of ways to kill it, especially when people start leaning on stuff like ultimate price. Alright, yep, downfall on a guy. That's fine. Now he needs to draw basically anything that costs 1 through 3 mana that can survive a roast. So he needs to draw exactly Fleecemane Lion or Rakshasa Death Dealer. Yep, Anafenza ain't gonna get it because we get to make a guy, roast it, and attack for lethal. Alright, well that's second round. We'll be back for the third round in just a few.